Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Have you ever wondered how technology evolves and affects our daily life? Not only that, technology even controls a country's economy. What I want to do is to tell and show you the impact of technological growth on economic performance in Indonesia. Before we start, let me introduce myself. My name is Nursahara JUNIAENI. I will discuss several topics today. For the first is the background, then the hypothesis, after that discuss about the technological growth analysis in Indonesia, and the last one is the conclusion and recommendation. Now, I'm going to start by the background. Technology continues to evolve over time. Technological growth can be interpreted in two forms, invention and innovation. Invention is defining and finding or new ideas, while innovation is the implementation or application of the idea. Forms of technological growth can be improved labor, capital, and overall productivity. Other forms of technological growth are better policies, better management, better institution, and other contribution of labor and capital. Technological growth is another important factor determining economic growth besides capital and labor. Technology affects the output level of production activity. Domestic production is the total output of all production activity. Then, the technology affects the total domestic production. Therefore, technological growth affects domestic production growth or economic growth. Total productivity growth might have close relationship with research or location. Next, we talk about the hypothesis. Technology in the globalization era is difficult to be avoided in daily life. So why this journal aims to estimate the impact of technological growth on economic performance in Indonesia using a total factor productivity or TFP method. The results indicate that technological growth in Indonesia during 1981 to 2012 is 0.87%, contributes up to 13.48% to economic growth. The result of econometric analysis suggests that technological growth will increase not only economic growth, but also the unemployment rate, implying that technological growth will in Indonesia creates jobs destruction than jobs creation. Now, I'd like to focus on technological growth and economic performance in Indonesia. The data here shows that in 2012, Indonesia economic growth is quite high at 6.23%. The growth almost reached the target in the Medium-Term Development Plan 2010 to 2014, where economic growth target is set at 6.3% to 6.8% and expected to reach 7% the year before period 2010 to 2014 ends. On the other side, unemployment and poverty levels are still high. Open unemployment in Indonesia in 2012 is 6.14%, while the poverty rate reached 11.66%. So, the numbers are still quite high when compared with the target in Development Plan 2010 to 2014 to reduce unemployment by 5 to 6%, and the poverty rate is expected lower to about 8 to 10%. Next, we talk about the methods. There are three models or methods to find out the impact of technological growth on the economic performance. It is a technological growth impact model on economic growth, technological growth impact model on unemployment, and technological growth impact the model on poverty. Yeah, that's right. After we use the model or methods, we find the results. And for technological growth analysis in Indonesia, in 1981 to 2012, technological growth in this study was estimated by growth of total factor productivity. It's like what I'm saying before. We use this method, right? So, estimation results can be seen from the graphic. Economic growth can be decomposed into labor growth, capital growth, and technological growth. Technological growth fluctuates every year, wherein 2010, 2011, and 2012 showed a negative value. This condition can be interpreted that in those years, technological growth reduced economic growth that actually should occur. Impact of technological growth on economic growth. Economic growth means development activities in the economy that led to the goods and service produced within the community to grow and increase the prosperity of society. Coefficient of technological growth in the model. This means that 1% increase in technological growth results in about 0.5% in the economic growth. Assuming other variables held constant, technological growth will increase the rate of economic growth. The high economic growth is expected to bring down unemployment to a lower level. Technological growth could increase economic growth sustainably over time. It could increase output to the production function with curtain of capital and labor directly. It also enables the country to support a larger capital stock, which in turn becomes higher output levels. Okay. Next, we talk about the impact of technological growth on unemployment. Using technology, a work or production process will completely, quickly, accurately, and efficiently, right? Production costs could also be reduced. Regression results show that in Indonesia, technological growth will increase the unemployment rate. It can be explained that technological advance basically has tendency to reduce the use of other production factors in the production process at any output level. Using technology will increase productivity and higher efficiency, but that causality can sometimes work on the other way around. Next, the impact of technological growth on poverty. Poverty problems in Indonesia are intimately linked with low human research. Technological growth will boost economic growth, which in turn is expected to lower the unemployment rate. Technological growth did not affect the poverty, but it should be underlined and concerned that it has positive direction toward poverty. It means that technological growth will increase poverty. And the last one is conclusion and recommendation. After I have explained all that, it can be concluded that technological growth affects Indonesia economic performance as measured by economic growth, unemployment, and poverty. There is a significant technological growth is spurring economic growth in Indonesia. But on the other hand, it actually changes the composition of the workforce and increases unemployment. Technological growth doesn't significantly affect poverty, but can worsen poverty in Indonesia if cannot improve the skills of the workforce and all human research. And for the recommendation that government must actively support the development of technology in order to equal technological growth in development countries. To meet the goal, Indonesia needs capital and substantial investment in research and development, especially in the industrial sector. I think that's all from me. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Don't forget to like and subscribe maybe, and yeah, bye bye.